Hi everybody, my name is Jim with Full Moon Adventure Club, and today we're going to be reviewing this battery charger by Gooloo. This is a smart battery charger, and it'll handle pretty much anything that you have. It'll do 6-volt batteries, it'll do 12-volt batteries, lead acid, AGM, gel, and even lithium iron phosphate batteries like I have in the RV that are 12 volts. So that's what I really liked about it. And I've been playing with this thing for about 3 weeks now, and I gotta say I'm pretty impressed by it. It has pretty much anything you could want, and even a couple extras that I think are very cool. If you end up being interested, there's an Amazon link down below that'll take you straight over to it. Now, this does work for 6-volt and 12-volt batteries and just about anything you can imagine. The main thing that I needed it for was to charge my lithium iron phosphate batteries that I have a lot of, just to top them off before I store them and stuff. This is a battery maintainer, so you can like hook it up to a car that you maybe have in the garage or a motorcycle, and just leave it on there, and it's going to go ahead and charge that battery up and then monitor it, and if it ever starts to get too low, it'll charge it back up again. So that's really cool. This is all the stuff that comes with it. It's basically the battery charger, some jumper cables, and then it also comes with a set of ring terminal cables as well, so you can permanently install those on a battery that maybe you have to charge all the time or you want to leave charging and maintaining. And so I put those on my motorcycle actually, which is very handy because it's always needing a charge. The battery's always dying on me, and I always have to take the entire panel off to get to the battery to charge it. And so that's time consuming. So what I did is I went ahead and installed these ring terminals, and then you can just tuck that wire up somewhere out of the way. Has a little dust cover so you're not going to get mud and debris on it while you're out riding. And then I can just pull out that little cable and hook up the charger, and I'm good to go to either leave it on or just give it some juice before I go out on a ride, and I don't have to take off that panel. So that's very, very handy, and I've been loving that feature on it. I also put it through some torture testing where I hooked it up to basically, let's see, it was 5 lithium iron phosphate batteries with a total amp hour rating of about 500 amp hours. And I charged each one right after the other, and it charged all of them just fine. So that's a lot of power that went through it over the time that it was charging. So it can definitely handle a little bit of abuse there. I used it to charge my RV battery and my Jeep battery. Any battery that I had, I used it with this guy to charge it up. So it worked really well in that regard. It has all kinds of cool features like, over voltage protection, under voltage protection. It also has reverse polarity protection, overheat protection, and all kinds of stuff like that. So it's completely safe if you accidentally touch the wrong terminals or they touch each other or anything like that. So I definitely enjoyed that about it. It does have an IP65 water rating and dust rating, so it's pretty much waterproof, dustproof. I wouldn't submerge it, but if it gets rained on or anything, it's supposed to be just fine. Also, let's see, what else was I going to talk about? One thing that I really enjoyed about this guy is that it has a 12-volt power supply mode where it actually just provides power to whatever device you want. So this is very handy if you want to keep all of your memory settings on your car and you have to change out the battery. You can hook this up and it'll provide constant current while you disconnect the battery and put on the new battery and take off the cables. You didn't lose any of your memory for your stereo or other stuff like that. Or if you want to do diagnostics on a car and you don't have a battery in it, it'll do that. Also, you can use it to run like an air compressor, or in this example here, I just run a 12-volt DC fan with a little cigarette lighter adapter, and it powered it really well. It'd be nice if they actually had a little connector with a lighter socket attachment. That'd be really cool. But I just hooked it up with the alligator clips and it worked just fine. It provides a really good amount of power. And just as an example of the power supply mode, I have it in power supply mode. And then I just alligator clipped the 2 leads to the little cigarette lighter adapter for this fan. That is super cool. They should come with an adapter that has a cigarette lighter adapter on it. That'd be really cool and handy. Now, another great thing that I like about that feature is that if you have say a lithium iron phosphate battery like I have, and it goes all the way down to 0, the battery management system is going to completely cut power to the battery. So it has 0 voltage. Now, some battery chargers, when you connect them, they won't read any voltage because there isn't any. It's in shutdown mode. And so it won't start charging the battery because it doesn't recognize that it's been connected to one. So what I did is switch this to the 12-volt power supply just for a second. That woke up the battery, and then I switched it over to lithium iron phosphate mode to charge that battery. Be careful you don't leave it on constant power mode because it will overcharge the battery and that would be bad. But it's a very, very cool feature. It's easy to use, one-button operation. I have nothing bad to say about this guy, really. It seems like it's really well built, and I've used it to charge every battery I could get my hands on, and it's working flawlessly. It comes with the cables and the ring terminal connectors, and also a nice long power cord and an instruction manual, and also a little carry bag so you can put it all in a little bag and carry that around. So I've really been enjoying it. It's got a 10-stage charging setup with its processor inside, so it's really safe for pretty much any kind of battery. I think that about covers it. I mean, it really just does anything that you want it to do. 6-volt, 12-volt, whatever, power supply. This is very, very handy. It's going to charge things, I believe, at about 6 amps, so I think like maybe 5 amps in 12-volt mode, so it charges really fast. A lot faster than my little battery tender junior that I used to have that quit working after about 1.5 years. So I needed another one. This one really fits the bill, and I've been enjoying it. Everybody needs a battery charger from time to time, and it can also be used as a battery maintainer so that you don't lose a battery over the winter if you don't start it up and charge it. So I think that's really cool, and I've been enjoying it. If you want to check it out, there's an Amazon link down below. And I think that wraps it up. If this video helped you out, please like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so you actually get notified when I make a new video. That really helps me out. My name is Jim with Full Moon Adventure Club, and until the next video, thank you so much for watching, and happy camping.